welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Florida Gators and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, catching up with the Rebels head coach, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Gators headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense with jumbo personnel. Using his legs, it's Lacey. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. Right down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Talk about a great way to start the game and setting the tone right out of the gate.
You ain't lying. Sometimes it takes a couple drives to get the juices going and get in a rhythm. No, sir. They came on the field, locked, loaded, ready to roll. No slow start here.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Here's a give the ball. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams?
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lacy. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it? Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Running inside. It's Ball. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The run inside. It's Lacy. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
They'll run play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of the first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab in their space. And he scores! Touchdown, Rebels!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Running inside, it's Lacy. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think
It's caught. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Jones wants to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Back has it. There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Finding some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And just keep feeding this guy the football, and this scoreboard's going to keep lighting up. This dude is unbelievable. He needs just a little bit of space, and he has gone off to the races. This offense, David, has so many weapons, but this running back is a game changer.
He is, and so many weapons is right. This defense has had absolutely no answer so far, giving up way too many points early in this football game. They need to have a conversation on the sidelines. Get the defensive coordinator, get everybody involved. They need more juice, and they got to find some answers fast.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Jones to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. The screen, he's got wheels. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Gators line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. They punted away on fourth down. Wants to return it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He wants to change this route. The give to the back. Maybe a crease. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the run, it's Lacey. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that Bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the San Diego State Aztecs. And it's the Cavaliers looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's what I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
He breaks a tackle. There's a crease. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
It's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
A shot toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch. A except ticket holders.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The give to the back. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Snags it down the right side. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Looking down the middle. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting it...
Going for it all. Touchdown, Florida! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
And he's got that bayou speed, like I run bayou. You can call it whatever route you want to call it, but does a nice job winning at the line of scrimmage, getting behind the DB, runs, catches it right in the end zone. Big play for this offense. Nice throw, nice catch.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run it to the right side. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man on the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped again. At least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He slings it deep to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Feels the button, looking for daylight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. At midfield, he's got room. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept getting...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages according.
Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Gators will hustle to the line. Here's Jaden one more time. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Jones wants to throw it. Caught. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll dial up the run on close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Picks up the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really nice job by the running back here.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Third down play from the gun. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Rebels look to keep this drive humming. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Jones to throw. Rushes on him. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job.
Maybe some room here. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. This time he wants to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this defense is still playing so hard here late in the game in the fourth quarter. Offense taking a shot into the end zone. Defender in incredible position, and he's able to knock that one away incomplete.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. He's looking downfield to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
On fourth down, going to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You've got two great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end.
Might have a chance. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this two-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents. That's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat two top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where, can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Now the play fake. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.